The carnival season starts now. If you're new to my channel and if you're not, welcome back. I'm Mike. I'm a hairdresser, a L'Oreal colour specialist, a makeup fan and a skincare lover. In today's film we're going to be diving into the Carnival Tree collection by bPerfect Cosmetics. We're going to play around with it, we're going to swatch it, we're going to try it out, and we're going to do few looks with the palette. So if you want to hear my thoughts about this collection, then you better keep on watching. What is the story, everyone? I am so excited about today's film. We're going to be reviewing probably the hottest collection of the year. And of course, this collection is the Carnival Tree by bPerfect Cosmetics with collaboration with Stacey Marie, makeup artist. It's probably going to be as close as I'll get to any carnival or holiday, so I am so excited. Guys, we have a palette to try out, we're going to swatch it, we're going to do two different looks on my eyes, and we're going to try out the highlighters. So let's not wait any longer. The first product from the Carnival Tree collection I'm going to present you with is Get Wet Cream Highlighter for face and body. Oh my god, you guys, we're actually starting with highlighters because I just, you know what, I just feel like I need a bit of highlight on my face and then we can dive into the palette. But let's talk about this packaging. I absolutely adore it. So let's open this up and see what's inside. And here it is, you guys, the Get Wet highlighter. And this one is actually in the shade Soft Silk, which is meant to be like your kind of goldeny shade to it. And I'm always looking out for a new highlighter. And in this highlighter, we actually get 10 grams of product, which is okay. And this highlighter retails for €16.95. And I mean, the price is alright for a highlighter. So let's open this up and see how it looks. Oh my god. So we do get a mirror and we do get a little protective screen, and this is the highlighter. It is kind of nice goldeny shimmery shade to it. They had a few other highlighters. There was one with like pink with purple shift and all those, but I was like, no, I need something that's wearable. So let's swatch this and see how that looks. So I'm just gonna, oh, it feels really soft and creamy. So I'm just gonna swatch that on my hand. And oh my god, let me just see. Is that picking up on the monitor? It actually is. It's absolutely stunning. So let's put that on my cheek and see how that's gonna look. And I'm gonna actually apply this using Beauty Edit brushes, which is BE007, which is this nice fluffy highlighter brush. And I mean, it's an Irish owned brand, so let's support local businesses. So I'm gonna dip that in. Now there's no fallout on the pan as such, and see how that's gonna look on my cheek. And it is absolutely lovely. Now, I wouldn't say it's blinding when I'm looking at it. Now, it's just a nice goldeny highlight. It's lovely when I'm wearing tan, and I needed something like this. And as you know me, I love a good highlight. So this highlight is definitely lovely. Is it worth €16? I don't know, be a judge for yourself. But it actually is really nice, soft goldeny highlight. And I've always wanted a highlight for when I'm wearing tan, and I could never find a nice one, but this one just seems to be absolutely lovely. So as you can see, when I'm turning my face, there's just a nice glow to it. Loving the packaging, the color is lovely, and it's giving me what I want. So you guys, with no further ado, let me present you with the biggest hit of this collection. And that product is Carnival Tree Love Tahiti Palette. And oh my god, you guys, I've never tried the bPerfect Cosmetics palettes. Like, I've seen them and I was like, oh yeah, they're lovely. But when I seen this on Instagram, I was like, I just need to get it. I couldn't wait to get it. So let me give you a few facts about this palette. So in this palette, we get 31 vibrant matte shades, 4 duo shift press pigment, 3 metallics, and 2 high pigmented shimmers. And this palette actually retails for €41.95, which is £36.95 sterling, or sterling pound, whichever one you prefer. So you guys, with no further ado, let's open this up and let's see how it looks. And voila, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a lovely matte feel to it with this lovely vibrant whitening. So the big reveal. Let's open the palette. Now, can we just appreciate the beauty of them colors? Now, when I'm looking at this palette, straight away my eye goes to the purples and it goes over to like the corals and oranges, because as you all know, I love my purples and I love my corals. So those are going to be probably the eye looks we're going to create. And I mean that Starlight color, like that looks absolutely beautiful. That rum color and the blue moon, I mean, this palette looks absolutely brilliant. The Tahiti green looks absolutely lovely. Bamboo, I mean, there's everything. There's such a nice story you could go with. You could go with your greens, you could go with your like khakis, browns, you could go with your blues, your purples, your pinks, your yellows, your oranges, your reds. I mean, there's something for everyone. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm not gonna sit here and swatch for about 24 hours because we do not have the time for that. And I'm just going to really swatch the colors I'm interested in and I'm not going to be using. So when I'm looking at this palette, I'm really going to play around with this part and this part. So let me just swatch a few of the green ones and other shades that I probably won't be using. The first swatch I'm going to do is going to be the Tahiti green, which is your... it's nice and buttery. So as you can see on my finger, it is nice and luminous. So it is your luminous green. And it's absolutely stunning. The next shade I'm going to swatch is going to be your key lime, which is this weird limey yellowy color. Let me just swatch that. I'm just going to pop that over here and voila. It's a very interesting palette when we're looking at it. Like the shades are absolutely stunning. Let's go into rum, which is your bronzy. Oh my god, them shades just feel absolutely lovely. Oh, can we just take a minute? Like, look at the shift in the pigmentation of that. Like, I would nearly wear that as a highlighter. Like, it's absolutely stunning. Now, the next color I'm gonna swatch is gonna be the deep and the lagoon. So the deeps, they're like your blues and your baby blues. So let's see how they perform. So here is one shade and here is another. Now they're quite nice, they're very pastel-y. This one is quite pastel-y, but this one is absolutely beautiful. Right, let's swatch a few more. So my next one is going to be a chili pepper, which is kind of reddy shade, and it actually feels quite dry when you're swatching it. So let's see how it's going to look on my arm. And there's absolutely so much color. Like, let's find space here. Now when it comes to this shade, it does feel on the tackier side. It's not as creamy as the rest of the shades, but the pigment payoff is quite good. Right, and let's do one more, and we're gonna do the pink lily maybe, and let's do lilac. Right, so this is the pink lily over here. Now see, quite powdery, and then this is the lilac. The lilac is looking quite nice, and the pink lily is looking nice as well, but it is more on the powdery side. My first impressions from the swatches, there is pigmentation, the formula feels good. I mean, the rum is absolutely lovely and the greens are stunning. So you guys, let's create a look using Carnival Tree by bPerfect Cosmetics. Guys, we are zoomed in and I'm not going to be holding the palette up because it's just too much to hold really. So on this eye, I'm going to probably play around with like my mango shade, yellow, sundown, coral, sand, all them shades, and just create that beautiful coral fantasy. And on this side, we obviously gonna do a purple for all you people with green eyes. Right, so first of all, we're gonna dip into the shade Sand, and there's a tiny bit of fallout on the pan. And this is kind of nice peachy orangey tone, which I absolutely love. So let me just blend that onto my lid. I'm just gonna buff that out slightly and just use that more as a base color than anything. Now the pigment payoff is there. It's very soft, it's very sheer, but it's definitely there. It's actually a gorgeous color. Now the shade is definitely buildable. It was very sheared once, but once I builded that up, it's after coming out lovely. Like, this color is absolutely stunning. If you have blue or green eyes, this shade on its own is just magnificent. So now I'm going to take a kind of fluffy crease brush and I'm going to dip into shade Clay, which is this beautiful mustard color, and I do love a mustard. Now let's look at this pigmentation on that brush. There is fallout, but I mean, as long as it doesn't fall on my face, then I don't mind. And I'm just going to work that color into the crease. And hello mustard, what is the story? You're absolutely beautiful. Now this is just gorgeous. So I'm just working that into my crease and into the corner, and I'm just gonna start blending that all out. There's no fallout underneath, but this color is absolutely stunning. Like, that mustard is just everything. And once that is done, I'm gonna take my BE15 brush and I'm gonna dip into the shade Coral, which I absolutely love. And there's no fallout in the pan as such, and the color is absolutely stunning. And I'm just gonna place that in the corner even more, and just on my lower lid, because I just love that coral shade. Like, coral is just giving me life. If I could be a color, I would be coral. So I'm just gonna intensify that slightly with that coral fantasy, and it is absolutely beautiful. So while I'm at it, is I'm actually gonna take the coral and I'm gonna just run that underneath, and it's just a beautiful soft corally pink shade, which I love. Like, this I am living for already. Like, I can't take this anymore. So now I'm gonna dip into Sundown, which is a nice kind of orangey color, on just a pointed brush. And let me just swatch this shade first. Now it's swatching really, really strong, but when I'm dipping into it, there's not much coming on the brush. I think Sundown is actually a pressed pigment. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna press that into my crease there. Because I always found with pressed pigments, you nearly need to press them in and just give them more love and caring. And is it there? Is it not there? Okay, it's showing up slightly. No, it's definitely intensifying. You just really need to work that color in. Right, I'm gonna take a brush from before and I'm just gonna blend all those colors together. And this is looking absolutely stunning. What do you think so far? Like, I think this color is absolutely gorgeous on my eye. It's nice, pastel-y, and it's fun, which I live for. And to finish this off, I'm gonna dip into shade Mango, which is a nice kind of orangey mango color. And it looks absolutely stunning on that brush. Like, let's look at that. And I'm just gonna, where am I gonna put you, Mango? I'm gonna literally blend the outer corner with that. And Mango is fantasy. Like, look at that color. And I'm gonna run that underneath as well. I'm just gonna go for it with this palette. Like, that mango color. Oh my god. I feel like this eye needs a bit more of a shimmer. What do you think, you guys? It definitely needs a bit of a shimmer. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna dip into Tahiti green, and I'm just gonna press that into my inner corner. And this is giving me an absolute fantasy. Like, it just looks like a cocktail on my eye. Do you know, like one of those cocktails that you just get on the beach and you're like, right, I'm gonna drink it? That's how I feel about this. Like, the mango color is everything. And the clay color and the sand color, I am loving this. Now, is it wearable? I mean, ask yourself, but it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful color. And the Tahiti green is stunning. So you guys, let's move on to the other side. Now we're gonna really put the palette into the test and we're gonna do purples. And for those that don't know, purples are very tricky to make and they need a lot more love and caring. So we're really gonna take our time doing it. So I'm just gonna create this beautiful purple look, and I'm definitely gonna play around with all those shimmery, shiny shades because I'm dying to try them out. So let's get into it. First of all, on the flat brush, I'm gonna take a shade Tahiti, which is this pinky, lilac-y, purpley shade. And I'm just gonna lay that onto my lid, and the pigment payoff is there. What is the story? You are giving me life. Like, can we just see this? Like, this is everything. Like, I'm done. Carnival Palette, like, you got this. Right, let me just take a blending brush and I'm gonna take, what do I have here for blending? I'm running out of brushes. Right, I'm gonna take my favorite Morphe M441 brush and I'm just gonna softly just blend that shade out. See how it blends out. And when it comes to purples and all those shades, you really need to take your time blending it out. But I just want to really create a shape, so let me just bring that out, and it blends out stunningly. Even into my crease, it's just blending out beautifully. Right, on a crease brush, we're gonna dip into the shade Grape, which is this purple grape color, and there is fallout on that. And I'm gonna literally just put that into the crease. And now, do I need to say more? Can we just appreciate the pigment payoff on that? And I'm just gonna bring that slightly in. Now, one thing I'm gonna say is that there is no fallout on my face. So even there's fallout in the pan, there's actually no fallout on my face, which is brilliant. And I'm gonna take a blending brush from before, and I'm gonna just blend them two shades together. And I'm gonna take my time blending them out using my Morphe 4mm1 brush. M433 brush. Sorry guys, it's really late. I think it's around like 10 p.m. and I've been working all day. I got the palette yesterday and I'm gonna upload this video tomorrow, so I have a busy night ahead of me. So if I'm saying something that's not making sense, I'm sorry. Right, so those shades are blending out without any trouble, and I am loving this. I really did not expect this. Like, I've heard nothing but good things about bPerfect palettes, but this is just incredible. Like, this purple fantasy is everything. Let's deepen that even more. On a BE1111 brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Blackberry, which is this beautiful blackberry shade, as the name says, and there's no fallout, so let me just swatch this color before we get into it. Okay, it's on the drier side, but how is it gonna swatch? No, that is stunning. So if that comes out like this on my eye, bPerfect, 10 points for Gryffindor. And I'm just gonna lie that down, and bPerfect, you won the Quidditch match. So with just love and care, I'm just placing that down. And as you can see, I am being very careful with the purples, because if you go mad with the purples, there's no going back. And using the brush from before, I am literally just blending all those shades together. And as you can see, it's taken a bit of time to blend it, but eventually it does blend together really, really nicely. But it just needs a bit more time. And I'm just trying to create this elongated, lovely purple fantasy look. Right, so we're gonna deepen that even more. I'm gonna take a tiny Morphe, what's this now? M506 brush, which is this blender brush. And I'm gonna dip it into Twilight, which is more of a deep purple. And what I'm gonna do is, okay, there's fallout to it, let's just put more. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna put that back just in my crease and my outer corner. And I'm actually gonna blend that slightly out. And obviously we're gonna go with our blending brush from before, and we're just gonna blend that. Now there's a tiny bit of fallout there, as you can see. So let me just take my highlighter brush and I'm actually just blending it out, just very gently. I'm moving the brush in soft strokes and just bringing that tiny bit out. I'm done, I'm speechless. Right, let's take the Twilight and run that under. I'm just gonna run that quite heavily under my lid, and I'm just gonna join that with the rest of my eye look. And on that same brush, we're gonna dip into the Blackberry shade from before and just dip that into that inner corner and just blend it back and forth and back and forth. Now, if you're telling me this look isn't amazing so far, there's something wrong with you. Right, so like I promised, we're gonna dip into the two amazing shades, so I'm gonna swatch them before I use them. So first, Amethyst, which is your jewel purple. And I mean, this shade is absolutely amazing. And then Starlight, which is another purple. No. Are we done yet? Right, I think Starlight is gonna go into the outer corner and the Amethyst is gonna go onto my lid. So I'm just gonna take a denser brush and I'm gonna dip into Amethyst, and we'll see how it actually performs with a brush on, and I'm really gonna pack that shade on my brush and see if that comes out on the brush. And it does. And it's absolutely beautiful. Like, this eye is just everything. And see, the formula is so soft, you could nearly blend that with the rest without worrying about it, you know? Like, that's just gorgeous. So let me take a clean finger and dip into Starlight and just pop that onto my inner corner and just hope for the best. Now, I overdone it a tiny bit. But no worries, we're just gonna take a concealer brush and just clean that all up underneath and it will be fine in no time. So you guys, let's take a closer look at my eyes. When it comes to the pigmentation, I absolutely love it. This eye is just fun. I mean, the corals, the oranges, they were absolutely brilliant. I think the Sundown was the only one that didn't really work. But I mean, mango sand and clay and coral were just absolutely stunning. And the Tahiti green is just an amazing, like, that's the shade that's on my lid over there and I'm living for it. When it comes to the purple side, I'm done. That purple formula, I mean, bPerfect Cosmetics, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. But I mean, the Amethyst, the Starlight, now I know I overdipped it with my finger, but it's my own fault. But when it comes to like blackberry, this shade is absolutely stunning. Tahiti, can someone tell me where Tahiti is? Because I'm just having troubles with that tonight. And I mean, grape, they're absolutely beautiful shades. So you guys, when it comes to Carnival Tree Palette by bPerfect Cosmetics, I do not think it's a heap of dirt. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes, of course. It's definitely more of a fun palette and a palette you might just never really reach out for, but you just never know when you will need those shades, especially those green ones. I've never seen greens like that in my life. When it comes to the Get Wet highlighter, I mean, it's lovely. Like, let's look at my highlight again. Like, there's just a nice shift of golden color on my cheekbones, and I think it'll be lovely when I'm wearing tan. So overall, bPerfect Cosmetics, I think you're a hit. Anyways guys, thank you for watching today's film. I hope you found this film rather interesting, helpful and useful. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my other social media. And of course you guys, please stay festive and take care. Bye.